Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. I'm Sophia, and I'm very happy that you are here with us today.
And I'm Jake.
Whether you're relaxing at home, walking outside, driving to work, or simply taking a quiet break, thank you for spending this time with us.
We hope this conversation helps you improve your English in a calm and natural way, while giving you something meaningful to think about.
Today we are talking about a topic that is becoming more important in our busy world. We are going to talk about the power of working in silence.
This episode is designed for English learners around the B1 to B2 level, so we will use clear vocabulary, natural expressions, and realistic conversations.
As always, don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Try to relax, enjoy the conversation, and let your English grow naturally.
Before we begin, we would like to ask you a simple question.
While you're listening today, think about this. Do you usually tell people about your plans before you achieve them, or do you prefer to stay quiet?
There's no right or wrong answer. Just keep the question in your mind as we explore today's topic together.
Many people enjoy talking about their dreams, projects, and future plans.
They tell their friends, their family, their coworkers, and sometimes even strangers on social media.
It feels exciting to share something new. When you have an interesting idea, you naturally want other people to know about it.
Maybe you decide to learn English.
Maybe you want to start exercising every morning.
Maybe you are planning to open a small business someday.
Or maybe you want to write a book, create videos, change careers, or learn a completely new skill.
These are wonderful goals, and it feels good when people say, "That's a great idea."
Their encouragement can make us feel excited and confident.
But today, we want to explore a different idea. What if talking too much about your plans sometimes makes them weaker instead of stronger?
At first, this sounds a little surprising.
Yes, because we usually think sharing is always helpful.
Sometimes it is.
But sometimes silence has its own kind of power.
Silence does not mean being secretive because you don't trust people.
And it does not mean you should never ask for advice or support.
Instead, it means protecting your energy while your idea is still growing. Think about planting a small seed in the ground.
You don't dig it up every morning just to check if it is growing.
You simply give it water, sunlight, and time.
In many ways, our goals are very similar.
They often grow better when we spend more time working than talking.
Jake, have you ever noticed this in your own life?
Actually, yes, many times. When I was younger, I loved telling everyone about my new plans.
Really? What kind of plans?
Oh, almost everything. I would say, next month I'm going to exercise every day.
That sounds familiar.
Then a week later, I would announce that I wanted to learn guitar.
Another exciting goal.
A few weeks after that, I wanted to start waking up at 5 in the morning.
You certainly had many ideas.
I had ideas, maybe more ideas than action.
I think many people can relate to that.
The strange thing was that after talking about my plans, I often felt as if I had already accomplished something.
Even though you hadn't actually started?
Exactly. People would smile and say, "That's amazing," or "Good luck."
And receiving those positive reactions already made you feel successful.
Yes, it gave me a little emotional reward before I had done the difficult work.
That is a very interesting point.
Looking back now, I realize I sometimes enjoyed talking about the goal more than working toward it.
I think that happens more often than we realize.
What about you, Sophia? Have you experienced something similar?
Yes, but in a different way.
Tell us about it.
A few years ago, I wanted to improve one important skill.
Did you tell everyone about it?
At first, yes.
And what happened?
Every time I met someone, they asked, "How is it going?"
That sounds supportive.
It was kind, but after a while it also created pressure.
Because people expected progress.
Exactly. Some weeks I improved quickly.
And other weeks?
Other weeks I felt tired or busy, and I didn't make much progress.
So every question reminded you that you weren't moving as fast as you wanted.
Yes, and instead of feeling motivated, I sometimes felt guilty.
That makes sense.
Later, I started keeping some projects private until they became more stable.
Did it make a difference?
A very big difference.
In what way?
I noticed I spent less time explaining my plans and more time actually doing them.
That sounds simple, but also very powerful.
It really was.
I think there is something peaceful about working quietly.
Yes, you don't feel the need to prove anything every day.
Instead, you let your results speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Sometimes we confuse attention with progress.
That is an important sentence.
Getting attention is easy,
Real progress usually takes patience.
and patience is often very quiet.
Let's think about athletes.
Most people only see the competition,
They see the medals, the trophies, and the celebrations.
but they don't see thousands of early mornings.
They don't see the difficult training sessions.
They don't see the days when nobody is watching.
The same is true for musicians.
We hear a beautiful concept,
But we don't hear the hundreds of hours of practice that happened in an empty room.
business owners experience this too.
People notice the successful company.
They often don't notice the years of learning, failing, improving, and trying again.
Quiet work usually comes before visible success.
That doesn't mean successful people never talk about their goals.
Of course not.
Sometimes sharing your plans with the right person can be very helpful.
A good mentor can give advice.
A supportive friend can encourage you.
A teacher can help you avoid common mistakes.
So the question is not whether you should ever talk.
The better question is who you are talking to, why you are talking, and whether talking is replacing action.
That's a very useful way to think about it.
Sometimes we share because we genuinely need help.
And sometimes we share because we want people to admire our future success.
Those are two very different reasons.
Yes, one helps us grow.
The other can quietly slow us down.
There is another interesting idea.
What is it?
When you work in silence, you spend less energy comparing yourself with other people.
That's true.
If you constantly post every step online, you naturally begin checking what everyone else is doing.
Then your attention moves away from your own journey.
Instead of asking, "Did I improve today?" you start asking, "Am I doing better than everyone else?"
And comparison can easily steal your motivation.
Especially because people usually share only their best moments.
Very few people post pictures of their mistakes, failures, or difficult days.
Which creates an unrealistic picture of success.
Exactly.
Working quietly allows you to measure yourself against yesterday instead of against the entire internet.
I really like that idea.
Me too. It feels healthier and much more peaceful.
There's another benefit that people don't always notice.
Which one?
Silence gives you room to change your mind.
That's interesting. Can you explain?
Sometimes we discover that our first plan wasn't actually the best one.
That happens quite often.
If we have already announced our plan to hundreds of people, we may feel embarrassed about changing direction.
Even when changing direction would actually be the smarter decision.
Exactly.
But if your project is still private, you can adjust, improve, and learn without worrying about other people's expectations.
Your goal becomes stronger because it has space to grow naturally.
And I think that is one of the greatest advantages of working in silence.
Quiet progress may not always be exciting,
But very often it is steady.
and steady progress usually travels much farther than loud promises.
Sometimes the strongest sentence you can say is nothing at all, because while everyone else is talking about what they hope to do, you are quietly doing the work.
We have talked about why silence can protect your energy, but there is another reason why quiet work is so powerful. It allows you to build trust in yourself instead of depending on other people's opinions.
That is a very important idea. Many of us don't notice how much our motivation changes depending on what other people say.
Imagine that you start learning a new skill.
At first, you feel excited because everything is new.
Then you tell several people about your plan.
Some people smile and encourage you.
Others may ask difficult questions.
Someone might even say, "Are you sure you can do that?"
Those words can stay in your mind much longer than you expect.
Even if the person didn't mean to discourage you.
Exactly. Sometimes people simply speak without thinking.
But when your goal is still new, your confidence can be very delicate.
It is almost like holding a small candle on a windy day.
If you protect the flame, it becomes stronger.
But if you expose it to every strong wind, it may go out before it has a chance to grow.
I really like that image, because confidence often develops slowly.
Jake, have you ever started something without telling anyone?
Yes, actually I have.
What was it?
A few years ago, I decided I wanted to become better at public speaking.
That sounds like a useful goal.
It was, but I knew I wasn't very good at the beginning.
So what did you do?
Instead of making a big announcement, I simply started practicing.
How did you practice?
Sometimes I stood in my living room and talked to an empty chair.
The chair again?
Yes, chairs are excellent listeners. They never interrupt.
That is certainly true.
I recorded myself speaking.
Was it strange to hear your own voice?
Very strange.
Most people feel that way.
The first recording made me think, do I really sound like that?
I think everyone asks that question the first time.
But instead of feeling embarrassed, I tried to learn from it.
What did you notice?
I spoke too quickly.
That happens to many people when they feel nervous.
I also used the same words again and again.
So you had clear things to improve.
Exactly. Every week I became a little better.
And when did you finally tell other people?
Several months later.
Why did you wait?
Because by then I already believed in my progress.
So other people's opinions became less important.
Yes, positive comments were nice, but they were not the reason I continued.
That is a big difference.
I think quiet work helps you build internal confidence instead of borrowed confidence.
Internal confidence comes from your own experience.
Exactly. You know how much effort you have made.
You don't need constant approval from everyone around you.
Sophia, have you ever experienced something similar?
Yes. Mine happened while learning photography.
Really? I didn't know that.
I was very interested in taking better pictures, but at the beginning, I wasn't very skilled.
We all begin somewhere.
That's true. But when you're a beginner, it's easy to compare yourself with experts.
Especially online.
Every photo I saw looked perfect.
Beautiful lighting, amazing places, perfect editing.
Exactly. For a while, I almost gave up.
What changed your mind?
I decided to stop looking at everyone else's work for a few weeks.
Just for a short time?
Yes. During that time, I only compared my new photos with the ones I had taken before.
That sounds much healthier.
It was amazing.
What happened?
I suddenly noticed improvements that I had completely missed before.
Because you were looking at your own journey.
Exactly.
That reminds me of something people often forget.
What is that?
Progress is easier to see when you stop looking sideways.
I like that sentence.
Thank you.
Let's talk about another challenge that many people face.
Which one?
The desire to prove something.
Ah, yes.
Sometimes we don't work toward a goal because we truly want it.
Sometimes we want to impress someone else.
Maybe we want an old classmate to notice us.
Maybe we want to prove that someone who doubted us was wrong.
Or maybe we simply want people to admire us.
Those feelings are understandable.
They are very human.
But they usually don't create long-lasting motivation.
Why do you think that is?
Because once you receive attention, the motivation often disappears.
Then you begin searching for even more attention.
And the cycle repeats itself.
Quiet work changes that.
Instead of asking who is watching me, you ask, am I becoming better?
That is a much stronger question.
It puts your focus back where it belongs.
On your own growth.
Exactly.
I think there is another benefit that people rarely talk about.
I'm curious.
Working quietly teaches patience.
That's true, because most meaningful goals take much longer than we expect.
We often imagine success happening quickly.
But reality usually looks different.
Think about learning a language.
You don't become fluent after one weekend.
Imagine how wonderful that would be.
Yes, one Saturday morning you wake up speaking 5 languages perfectly.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
Language learning grows one conversation at a time.
One new word.
One mistake.
One correction.
One small improvement repeated hundreds of times.
The same idea applies to fitness.
Nobody becomes strong after going to the gym twice.
Or after eating one healthy meal.
Real change comes from consistency.
Consistency is often quiet.
It doesn't usually look exciting.
In fact, many successful routines are quite ordinary.
Waking up,
Doing today's work.
resting when necessary.
Repeating the process tomorrow.
People often search for secret methods.
But many times, the real secret is simply continuing.
Even when nobody notices.
Especially when nobody notices.
That reminds me of builders who construct large buildings.
How so?
During the early stages, people walking past mostly see dirt, machines, and workers.
It doesn't look impressive yet.
Exactly.
But underneath the ground, an important foundation is being built.
Without a strong foundation, the building cannot stand safely.
Personal growth is very similar.
The invisible work often matters the most.
Reading,
Practicing,
learning,
improving.
reflecting on mistakes.
These activities are usually private.
Yet they create public results later.
Another thing I have noticed is that silence helps reduce unnecessary pressure.
What do you mean by that?
Let's say you tell everyone that you will finish a huge project in 1 month.
Then unexpected problems appear.
Exactly.
Maybe you become sick.
Maybe work becomes busier.
Maybe you simply need more time to produce something better.
Suddenly you feel pressure, not because of the project itself, but because of the promise you made.
That extra pressure can make the work less enjoyable.
Sometimes people rush simply because they don't want to disappoint others.
But rushing often creates lower quality.
Quiet work gives you flexibility.
You can improve.
You can change.
You can slow down when necessary.
You can even begin again without feeling embarrassed.
I think that freedom is very valuable.
Me too.
There is another misunderstanding we should talk about.
Which misunderstanding?
Some people think working in silence means working alone forever.
But those are not the same thing.
Not at all.
Asking for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness.
Exactly.
Every successful person has learned from someone.
Teachers, mentors, coaches, friends, family members.
The important thing is choosing people who genuinely want you to grow.
Instead of choosing people who only enjoy talking about dreams.
Or people who immediately tell you why something is impossible.
Support should make you stronger, not louder.
I like that.
Me too.
When you find the right people, you don't need to tell the whole world what you're doing.
A few honest conversations can be far more valuable than hundreds of public announcements.
And over time, your quiet daily actions begin creating something much more convincing than words ever could. Steady progress that speaks for itself.
We have talked about protecting your energy, building confidence, staying patient, and choosing carefully when to share your goals. Now let's explore one final idea. Working in silence is not only about reaching success, it is also about becoming the kind of person who can handle success.
I think that is a very important difference.
Many people focus only on the result.
They imagine getting the promotion, starting the business, speaking English fluently, or achieving a big dream.
But every result comes with new responsibilities.
Exactly. If you become successful without developing good habits, it can be difficult to keep that success.
That is why the quiet days matter so much.
Those ordinary days shape your character.
Character is something people cannot always see.
But they can definitely feel it.
A calm person often creates a calm environment.
A disciplined person usually creates consistent results.
And a patient person is often able to continue when others decide to quit.
Sophia, do you think modern life makes it harder to work quietly?
Yes, I really do.
Why do you think that?
Because we live in a world where everything seems to happen in public.
People share what they eat,
Where they travel,
what they buy,
what they think.
and sometimes even what they plan to do years from now.
There's nothing wrong with sharing parts of your life.
Of course not.
But sometimes we begin performing our lives instead of living them.
That is an interesting way to say it.
we start asking ourselves, will people like this?
Instead of asking, is this meaningful to me?
Those are very different questions.
One depends on outside approval.
The other depends on personal values.
Values are the principles that guide our decisions.
When your actions match your values, life often feels more peaceful.
Even if your progress is slower.
Slow progress is still progress.
Absolutely.
Jake, imagine someone listening today who wants to begin working more quietly. What simple advice would you give?
I would start with something very practical.
Go ahead.
First, choose one goal that truly matters to you.
Not 10 goals at the same time.
Exactly. One clear direction is usually better than many confusing directions.
That already sounds easier.
Second, decide on one small daily action.
Something realistic.
Yes, maybe reading 10 pages of a book.
Practicing English for 15 minutes.
Saving a small amount of money every week.
Or walking every evening after dinner.
Small actions become powerful when they are repeated.
What comes next?
Keep a simple record of your progress.
You don't need anything complicated.
A notebook works perfectly.
Or even a small calendar.
Every day you complete your habit, mark it.
Those small marks become a reminder that you are moving forward.
Even on days when it doesn't feel like much.
Feelings can change every day.
But habits continue.
I think that is one reason habits are so powerful.
They help us continue even when motivation is low.
Motivation is wonderful.
But it is not always reliable.
Some mornings you wake up feeling excited.
Other mornings you would rather stay in bed.
I think we've all experienced that.
Definitely.
On difficult days, habits make decisions easier.
You don't ask yourself whether you feel like doing the work. You simply follow the routine you have already created.
That saves a surprising amount of mental energy.
Let's also talk about mistakes.
That's important because everyone makes them.
Sometimes people stop because they miss one day.
Or 1 week.
They think, I failed.
But missing one day is not failure.
Giving up completely is much more dangerous.
Exactly.
Imagine climbing a mountain.
Sometimes you stop to rest.
Sometimes the weather changes.
Sometimes the path becomes more difficult.
Sometimes resting is not the same as turning around forever.
That is a very helpful way to think about progress.
Life is rarely a perfect straight line.
There will always be unexpected challenges.
Family responsibilities.
Busy work schedules.
Health problems.
Moments of self-doubt.
None of these automatically end your journey.
They simply become part of it.
Another idea that has helped me is celebrating small wins.
I like that because people often wait for huge achievements before feeling proud.
But small victories deserve attention too.
Finishing today's lesson.
Reading one chapter.
Completing one workout.
Speaking English even though you felt nervous.
Those moments matter.
They remind you that progress is already happening.
And confidence grows from collecting those small successes, not from waiting for one perfect moment.
Exactly.
Before we finish, let's review some useful vocabulary from today's conversation.
The first word is approval.
Approval means acceptance or positive support from other people.
For example, she stopped waiting for everyone's approval and trusted herself.
The next word is foundation.
A foundation is the strong base that supports something.
For example, daily practice is the foundation of improvement.
Another useful word is discipline.
Discipline means continuing to do what is necessary, even when it is difficult.
You can say, discipline helped him reach his goal.
We also used the word flexibility.
Flexibility means the ability to change when necessary.
For example, good plans include flexibility because life is unpredictable.
Another important word is character.
Character is the kind of person you become through your actions and choices.
You might say, challenges helped build her character.
We also talked about values.
Values are the beliefs and principles that guide your life.
For example, honesty and kindness are two of his strongest values.
Finally, we use the word consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly over a long period of time.
Small actions become meaningful because of consistency.
We hope these words will be useful in your own English conversations.
Try choosing one or two of them and creating your own sentences today.
Before we say goodbye, let's return to the question we asked at the beginning.
Do you usually tell people about your plans, or do you prefer to work quietly?
Maybe today's conversation has helped you think about that question in a new way.
There is no single rule that works for everyone.
Sometimes sharing your goal is the right decision.
And sometimes protecting your goal for a while is the wiser choice.
The important thing is understanding why you are sharing it.
If talking gives you support, that can be helpful.
But if talking replaces action, it may be time to become a little quieter.
Remember that your future is not created by your announcements.
It is created by the small choices you make every day.
Quiet effort may not attract immediate attention.
But over time, it creates something much more valuable.
Real skill,
Real confidence.
real experience.
And a life that does not need constant applause to feel meaningful.
We hope this conversation has helped both your English and your mindset.
If you enjoyed this episode, let us know in the comments.
We'd love to hear where you're listening from and one quiet habit that is helping you improve your life.
You could write, I'm your name from your country, and one quiet habit I'm building is...
Reading your comments always reminds us that people all around the world are learning, growing, and encouraging one another.
Thank you for choosing to spend part of your day with us.
Keep learning, keep improving, and remember that some of the strongest progress happens when nobody else can see it.
Your actions will always speak louder than your promises.
Until next time, take care of yourself, keep practicing your English, and never underestimate the quiet power of showing up every single day. See you in the next episode of Chill English Channel.